Okay, this is Harold's Prog Rock Show part 27, entirely dedicated to Peter Gabriel, the famous prog rock artist. Peter Gabriel was in the 70s up until 1975 the singer of Genesis, the vocalist of Genesis. This is the second album, Trespass. The first album is not interesting, so I start with the second album, Trespass. Peter Gabriel singing. This is from 1970. Okay, then we have Nursery Crime with Phil Collins and Steve Hackett in the band, alongside Tony Banks and Mike Rutherford. Nursery Crime, a real classic. Trespass, also a classic. Then we have Foxtrot. Foxtrot, we have the Supper's Ready song, which is the best Genesis song ever. Okay, a classic. Then we have Selling England by the Pound, with Dancing with the Moonlit Night, the Cinema Show, and Third or Fifth, and the Battle of Epping Forest. A real classic. Then we have the double album, The Lamp Lies Down on Broadway, from 1974. That's the last album with Peter Gabriel on vocals. After this album and this tour, in 1975, Peter Gabriel left Genesis to do his first solo album in 1977, Peter Gabriel Part 1. On this album we have the famous hit single Salisbury Hill. We have also Modern Love, Slow Burn, Waiting for the Big One, Down the Dolce Vita, and Here Comes the Flood. All on the first album. It's a real classic. It's a great, great album. The first album from Peter Gabriel from 1977. Then we have the second album, Part 2. I don't like this album. Sorry, I don't like it. Then we have the third album. The third album is very good. On this album we have Games Without Frontiers, Biko, No Self-Control, I Don't Remember, Family Snapshot. A great album, Part 3. Peter Gabriel made also a German version of this album. This is called Ein Deutsches Album. All songs in German. Then we have Peter Gabriel Part 4. It's a great album with The Rhythm of the Heat, San Jacinto, I Have the Touch, The Family in the Fishing Net, Shock the Monkey, Lay Your Hands on Me, and Wallflower and Kiss of Life. It's from 1982. It's a great album with Tony Levin on bass and on drums Jerry Marotta. Then we have Deutsches Album. That's the same album, Part 4, entirely with the vocals in German. The German version of that classic album, Part 4. Then we have Plays Live. It's also classic. It's a double album with songs from the first 4 albums. It's a great album. A double album, a live album. Then we have a soundtrack. The soundtrack is Birdie. Then we have So. So is the most successful album from Peter Gabriel. Now we have in the band on drums Manu Katché, on keyboards David Sankjes, and David Rhodes on guitar. And Tony Levin on bass. We have on this album a lot of singles: Red Rain, Sledgehammer, Don't Give Up, a duet with Kate Bush, In Your Eyes, also, and Big Time. Also good are Mercy Street, We Do What We Are Told, and This Is the Picture. It's a great album, very, very successful. The most successful Peter Gabriel album ever. Then we have a soundtrack. about the film about the life of Jesus. It's called Passion. Then we have Us. On this album we have the hit single Steam. It's a nice album. Then we have a single. It's called Love Town. Then we have another live album, Secret World Live. It's a good one. Secret World Live, a double album. Then we have the OVO album. The first song I don't like, the rest of the songs are reasonable up until good. Then we have his latest studio album, it's called Up. Some weak songs, some good songs. Up. Signal to Noise is by far the best song on this album. Okay, then we have the DVDs. Live in Athens 1987. On this one we have the whole show from Peter Gabriel in Greece. And also on this one we have the video clips. It's interesting. Okay, then we have Secret World Live. Secret World Live, the DVD, the live DVD from the Us tour. Then we have the Up tour, and this one is called Growing Up Live. Yeah. Okay, then we have some singles. Salisbury Hill from the first album. Modern Love, also from the first album. I Don't Remember from the third album. Then a song from a movie. The movie was called Against All Odds, and the song is called Walk Through the Fire. It's a very good song. I like it. Very powerful. Then we have Big Time. Big Time is a good song, a single from the So album, the very successful So album. And then we have my vinyl collection. This is Peter Gabriel Part 1, Car. Peter Gabriel Part 3, Melt. Deutsches Album. Ein deutsches Album. Then we have Part 4, Deutsches Album, German version, from the same album, Against All Odds, with the Walk Through the Fire 12-inch. It's a good song, very powerful. Then we have Plays Live, a double album. Peter Gabriel also dive into the audience on the song the song. One moment, please. Lay your hands on me. Lay your hands on me. Then Peter Gabriel dive into the audience. Spectacular. Okay, Birdie. Soundtrack. The famous So album is most successful solo album. Then a single, Sledgehammer, his most successful solo single, Sledgehammer, from the So album. From the same album, Don't Give Up, together with Kate Bush. Then Red Rain. I've seen Peter Gabriel 5 times live. his live shows are really great, very, very interesting. In my opinion, Peter Gabriel is the best vocalist ever. And I'm a big fan of Peter Gabriel from his Genesis period in the early 70s, but also his large solo career. If you want to start with his solo albums, start with the first album, the third album, the fourth album, and so. Okay, those albums I like most. This was my show about Peter Gabriel, Harold's Prog Rock Show. Subscribe to my channel and give me a like. Okay, thank you. Bye. See you next time.